Hi, my name is Caitlin Ballesteros, and today I'm excited to share my multimodal composition called Finding Her Voice. This story is about Isabella, a student with an IEP who struggles with writing. Through guidance from her teacher and encouragement from her friends, she learns to be brave, share her ideas, and realize that her voice matters. I chose to write a short story because storytelling allows me to show both the emotional journey and the growth of a student in a way that feels personal and relatable. This story really touches me because I've faced my own challenges with health, and I understand what it feels like to be unsure of yourself while trying to overcome obstacles. The gold ribbons on the cover and corners symbolize courage, resilience, and the idea of holding onto something meaningful during hard times, just like Isabella does with her ribbon. The form of my composition is a short story, and its mode is textual, paired with digital presentation elements like the gold ribbon imagery. The purpose of the story is to show how students can find confidence and strength through support, patience, and creativity expression. Even though my multimodal presentation is simple, I intentionally focused on the story itself as the main mode of expression. I thought about how small visual cues like the ribbons could enhance the story's meaning and support the theme of courage. I also worked to carefully pace the story from Isabella's hesitation to the moment she finds her voice, showing her growth in a way that feels natural and authentic. This process made me think a lot about how multimodal composition doesn't always have to be flashy. Sometimes it's about using the tools you have to highlight your message, which is exactly what I wanted to do for this story. This project connects to several teaching resources that have shaped my beliefs as a future writing teacher. From the documentary A Touch of Greatness, I was inspired by Albert Collum and the way he encouraged students to explore creativity and take risks in their learning. One moment that stood out to me was a student watching a Shakespeare play in first grade, not fully understanding it, but wanting to stay because she was curious. Later, when she played Juliet in fourth grade, she understood more, and Collum reminded her that learning grows over time. This connects directly to Isabella's story. Sometimes students need time, patience, and encouragement to see their own growth and abilities. Collum's belief in his students' potential reminds me that as a teacher, my role is to guide and support and foster confidence in every student. Mandy Gregory's article on creating a classroom library also influenced my story. Her approach to organizing books and creating an inviting space inspired me to think about how presentation matters. Just like welcoming classroom library encourages students to explore and engage with text, the gold ribbons in my story create a visual connection to courage and accomplishment. Both examples show that small choices in the learning environment, whether a ribbon, a label, or a book display, can make a difference on how students approach their work. From Jake Howells, Selecting Texts for Disciplinary Literacy Instruction, I learned that giving students a variety of meaningful texts and materials helps them build understanding in ways that are socially and culturally relevant. In my story, Isabella connects personally with her ribbon, showing that students engage more deeply with when texts, or in this case prompts, connect to their own experiences. It reinforces my belief that teaching writing is not just about rules or assignments, but it's about helping students see themselves in their work. Finally, this project connects to the Florida Best Standards ELA 9C5 and ELA 9C5.1 because it demonstrates a clear idea, a clear perspective, and a digital presentation. My story communicates an important message about courage, expression, and resilience. And the gold ribbons serve as a visual enhancement to strengthen that message. Even though the presentation is minimal, it aligns with the standard by focusing on meaningful content and a clear perspective. This story reflects my core beliefs as a future teacher-writer. I believe every student has a voice that matters, and writing should be a space where students feel safe to explore, making mistakes, and express themselves. Creativity and encouragement are essential because they help students connect to their personal experiences to their learning. As someone who has faced health challenges and obstacles in my own education, I know how important it is to feel supported and understood. Isabella's story mirrors this belief. Small acts of encouragement, like Miss Ballesteros pausing to help her, and change how a student sees themselves and their abilities. I want to create a classroom where students feel that same support, where writing is not just an assignment, but a way to find confidence, explore identity, and express ideas. Overall, finding her voice shows how meaningful support, creative expression, and patience can help students grow and find confidence. The multimodal aspect, while simple, supports the story's message and highlights the key idea. Every student's voice deserves to be heard. This project reminds me of the kind of teacher I hope to be, one who encourages, believes in, and celebrates every student. Thank you for listening.